Donald Trump says he wants to restore the American dream. Elizabeth Warren says he's hurting the dreams of millions of Americans in a new ad. Watch this.
Here's what we do know. The last time Donald Trump's taxes were made public, it turned out that Donald Trump paid nothing in federal taxes, and he's proud of it. A few weeks ago, he said that he's more than happy to dodge taxes because he doesn't want to throw his money down the drain. Programmers and engineers and small business owners, they pay their fair share to support courageous first responders. Donald Trump thinks that supporting them is throwing money down the drain. I say we just throw Donald Trump down the drain.
Well, it turns out the man you saw in that video, allegedly being exploited by Trump, actually voted for Trump in the Massachusetts primary. So how did a Trump supporter wind up in a Trump attack ad? The man in that video, Michael Levin, joins us now to discuss. Michael, thanks for joining us. So you're saying Elizabeth Warren is totally wrong. She's really off the reservation, as it were, in this ad.
Tucker, that's a great Native American reference. And it was striking. On Monday, I got a text from a friend who said, hey, I just saw you in the new Warren video attacking Trump. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. I watched the video, and to my shock and surprise, there I was. And as you said, I'm not anti-Trump. I actually did vote for him in the Massachusetts primary. And the little girl you saw in that video came with me to the polls with her siblings to watch me vote for him.
Interesting. But, I mean, she must have found this out when she called you and said, I need your permission to put you in a nationally televised ad attacking the guy you voted for, right?
Tucker, that's a bit of a leading question. There were no such calls, and I only found out after the video had gone viral. I think about 12 million people have now seen me actually assenting or appearing to assent to her position on Trump.
So when Elizabeth Warren called you to apologize for putting you in an ad supporting something that you abhor, what did you say to her?
Once again, a leading question, Tucker. I haven't gotten any apology calls. I don't expect to. All I know about Elizabeth Warren is that she's got a very strong position on the bankruptcy code, which I admire. But flipping homes during a recession, and while calling out Trump for essentially the same thing, claiming to be a Native American, to me, this is the sort of level of integrity that qualifies her only to be Hillary's running mate, and that's what she's apparently auditioning for in this video.
Right, claiming to be Native American in order to use racial preferences to get a job, to be more precise about it. So when they pulled this ad off the air because it was so dishonest, were you pleased?
Tucker, there you go again.
I can't resist. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think they're up to 12. They were at 10 million views on Friday. They're probably around 12 million now. They haven't pulled it. They're not going to edit it. That's just not the way it works. And, you know, look, I'm not famous, but I do write for the New York Daily News, for Politico, for Huffington Post. I've written for the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. My views about Trump are out there. And it wouldn't, if they'd done 10 seconds of research, they would have said, you know, maybe we've got the wrong guy here. I mean, I write books for a living, and I have a company called Business Go, so I am a small business owner. That much is true, but I'm certainly not anti-Trump.
So, really, I should have asked you this question. I was having such a good time, I missed it. How did you wind up in this ad? Do you have any idea?
I've been puzzling through that, and it gets kind of weird here, so follow me on this. About 4 or 5 years ago, Al Jazeera was trying to make a stand in the United States as a news organization, and a friend of a friend got a job as a producer there. They wanted to do a story about a sort of typical American family, and so they asked me, you know, could we use you guys? I said, sure. They said, we want to make a point to the Middle East that Americans are not, you know, whack jobs. So they came, they shot it, the thing aired, it was nice. And apparently it's still up on YouTube, and I think the Warren people just Googled American Dream, found us and said, oh, what a nice mixed-race couple. They're probably sort of, you know, working-class people. Well, what about the Mercedes in the driveway?
That's
what about
hilarious. So, or maybe they're just like cruising the Al Jazeera website a lot. But, Michael, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Good to see you.
Tucker, thanks for having me. My pleasure.